What's going on, guys? Welcome back to W.D.Y.D CSP. What do you do as a central sterile processor, guys? This is episode number. It doesn't matter what episode it is, guys. I'm just know that I'm here for you guys, and I got something new for you guys with instrument inspection. All right, guys, as promised, something new with instrument inspection, guys. These are still basic instruments that you will see in just about every set, but you'll see in every department. Let's say that way. So we have a single action ronguer here, Jansen ronguer right there, and we have a Wheatlander type retractor. More specific, it's called a Schuknecht retractor. I'll probably saying it wrong. A Schuknecht. Yep, Schuknecht retractor. It looks like a Wheatlander, but it has this kind of like a parentheses type shape to it, and the jaws do not actually meet. But same principle here. But inspection point, guys, of course we want to inspect any screws to make sure that they are seated correctly and that they are not backing out. If it has a working mechanism so that it is a self-retaining type retractor, you want to make sure that that's not in a sticking position. So when you activate it or actuate it, when you go down, it doesn't stay down, it springs right back up. Speaking about the springing part, you want to make sure that that little spring plate that's right there, seated with a screw, that the screw is actually set all the way down, that that little plate isn't moving back and forth, and that there is no crack. That is a major cracking point right there that you guys want to inspect very closely. Of course, this has little teeth on the rigid for the mechanism to actually catch. You want to make sure that there's no bioburden in between those teeth or anything like that, or along those teeth. As far as the working area of the instrument, you want to make sure that there's no bioburden in between those jaws. If it has teeth, of course, you don't want the teeth to be misaligned or bent in any way. You want to check out the rings to make sure that there's no cracks and any general damage to the instrument itself. You want to make sure that when it's open, it is actually self-retaining. All right, no general tests really for that specific instrument. It is just basic inspection. So now we move on over to the ronguer. So special attention has to be given to instrumentations that have screws, because screws do back out if they're not set right or seated right. So screws, you want to make sure that there's no bioburden. Of course, you want to check the jaw, for this is a bone biting instrument. You want to make sure that in the jaw and in the grooves, there is no bone, there's no actual chips or dents in the actual shape. You want to make sure that the jaws actually align. This instrument's jaw does not align. It's actually a little bit crooked because the actual instrument itself is a little misaligned, but I can line them up by twisting the jaws a little bit here. So we can do that. You want to make sure that you disassemble the instruments from the spring and check the box lock area for any bioburden there. So you want to open this up all the way. Okay, when you reconnect it, before you reconnect it, check those screws as well. Check those spring points to make sure that there's no cracks on the actual spring point. Because again, as I said, anything with a spring point, actually that is a very weak area of it and a common damaged area. Of course, you want to check for any bioburden that's lodged in between the spring and the actual shaft of the instrument, and ensure that the instrument opens and closes smoothly. Now, there is an inspection. There is a test that you do with ronguers, and you are to use an index card. Now, I don't have an index card on me right now, but I do have some mail here. And as you can see, I already took a little bite. Now this might bite and may not bite because it is an actual damaged instrument, but you do not want to bite all the way deep with your instrument here, especially with your rongers. You're actually going to bite with the tip, okay? Because remember, when this instrument is used in the field, they're not taking big bites of bone. They're taking very small bites and with a little twisting action. So with just the tip of the instrumentation, you want to give it a nice force, and you want to hear like a hole puncher, just like you just heard there, okay? Make sure that you recover the actual cardboard from the jaw of the instrument, and you want to do more than one bite, okay? Get a couple bites in there. It should be nice and smooth and clean and all the way through. Of course, recover any bits of cardboard that's in the teeth, and it's also a good practice, you can't see this on film, is to grab a moistened lint-free towel and just give the jaw a little wipe down to grab any debris or any particles that are left on the jaw. And that, my friends, is the way you inspect and test a rongeur and a Schuknecht retractor. All right, guys, as always, stay true to yourselves, keep it 100, and stay tuned for the next inspection video. What instruments should I inspect and test next? Peace.